All righty. We are good to go. What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday, September 11th, 2020. Today is a day to never forget. 9/11. Obviously, thoughts and prayers go out to those families and those heroes. But we are here. Speaking of heroes, we're here to talk about a superhero show, The Boys. This is season 2, episode 4, titled "Nothing Like It in the World." This is a live reaction, watch along, discussion, breakdown, review after the episode, light commentary throughout the episode. Very excited to be here today. This is something I started yesterday. Just an idea came up with in regards to just kind of switching up the standard reviews that I do on the channel and just kind of making it a little bit more fun, a little bit more interactive regarding live streams and chatting with you all while we watch these great shows that we love. So just testing it out this week, see how it goes, and it might be something I might implement more in future reviews and kind of and breakdowns and recaps. So yeah, we'll wait till we get a couple more people in the chat here, and we'll start in a couple minutes here and watch this episode, guys, of The Boys, season 2, episode 4. Very excited to talk about it. I reviewed the first 3 episodes last week, and if you guys saw that review, I was excited for the new season, and thought the first 2 episodes were okay. The premiere episode wasn't as impactful as the first episode of last year, the premiere episode of the first season, but it was solid. I thought that the first 2 episodes really kind of want to capture the storylines from season 1 and kind of wrap things up, but then also taking episode 3 for me personally was the best episode of last week of The Boys. I just felt like it hit on so many good levels. It felt like the season 2, where the first 2 episodes felt like more of a continuation of season 1, if you kind of get what I mean. But I'm really excited for where things left off last week with episode 3. Number 1, we see really, I don't have to go. If you guys don't know who Stormfront is, look her up, look what that meaning of that name means to kind of get a better understanding of who she is as a character. But we really kind of saw who she is as the Supes. What she did last week was just completely caught me off guard. It really kind of made things a lot more interesting regarding her dynamic with the boys, see how she interacts with them, but also her dynamic with the 7, and particularly Homelander, and see how I would assume that he would accept her with open arms, knowing that he's a very distinct killer superhero in his own vein. So, we got that reveal last week. We saw, Keono's her brother died, due to, what Stormfront did. So there's obviously some vengeance, some revenge on that storyline. And like I said, episode 3 to me was really like, okay, this is the launching pad for season 2 versus the first 2 episodes, which is kind of like, hey, let's kind of refresh you. Let's kind of maybe wrap up some of the storylines from season 1. Like I said, episode 3 was just like, okay, now we're ready to go. This is the boy. This is The Boys season 2 vibe and story and all that good stuff. So I'm really happy for it. What's going on? I literally was looking for this review when I got to know. Yeah. No, we're gonna. So again, guys, this is a and thank you for joining. By the way, this is a episode 2 live reaction. So in about, let's say 2 or 3 minutes, I'm gonna press play on my copy on Amazon and give you guys this kind of light commentary throughout the episode, give you my thoughts on some of the scenes. And then once the episode's finally wrapped up, we'll go ahead and break it down, give you my full review. And for you guys that are watching at home, you can queue it up. And again, this is more lines of interacting with you all that have seen the episode or maybe or watching it right now with me, but also this has some replay value. So if you're at work, you're at school, you're running errands, you can come back to this review, this live stream, and queue up your copy of The Boys episode 4 of season 2. And we can kind of just, you can obviously watch it along with me. You can comment in the comment section and just kind of break it all down. So this is an hour in a 9-minute episode. So I'm going to go ahead and queue up my copy. If you guys are at home that are watching it live, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And then for those that are watching this on the replay, we're going to go ahead and press play now. All right, so I'm cue mine up. We got a little commercial here, so hold on. Let me go ahead and reset this timer because we got some ad for a movie. Oh, is this yeah. YA film. The chemical reaction, yeah. And wait till this trailer ends. I heard chemical reaction was really good, actually. I have to check it out. I know it was an Amazon exclusive. All right, so once we get the previously on, all right, let me go ahead and start the timer now. So right now, for those at home, it's showing the discretion advised, immature for sexual conduct. All right, so for those at home, they're showing us last week's William Butcher previously on The Boys. Yeah, like I said, episode 1 and 2 were fine, but episode 3 was great to me because it literally kind of set the tone for what we can expect for the season. Like I said, I felt like the first 2 episodes were more like wrapping up season 1, where, like I said, episode 3, I'm sorry, really kind of opened the door for what we can expect this season. Number one, storefront her racist ways and just being a serial killer. I'm really excited to see Homelander. All right, here we go. I just realized I didn't have this on the screen. My apologies, guys. All right, let me press pause because I'm 2 minutes and 13 seconds into the episode. So I'll let you guys know when I'm pressing play. Right now, there's a lady talking about something about marriage and having kids or something like that. We got some people. AJ, I'm doing this for you, man. You say you wanted to do this live reaction, so I'm doing this for you, man. I'm glad you was able to stop by, buddy. Was worried about the adaptation. Big gift. Excuse me, Ennis fan. But then another main job, unlike Preacher. Yeah, I was in the Preacher. I didn't finish the last season. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and press play once we get at 2:14, and we are good to go now. All right, so now we should be queued up. Is Frenchie doing coke? I haven't read. So for those that saw my reviews for season 1, I haven't read the Garth Ennis novel, but I'm just waiting for the boys to take the serum. I'm waiting for either, and I think it's going to be Huey, who, if you've seen my reviews, I'm not a big Huey fan. I think Huey's going to be the one that's going to take the V and fight one of the Supes. That's what I'm either this season or next season. I think that's going to be something that's going to inevitably happen. And I don't know if that's something that happens in the comics, but of the graphic novel, but I assume that's someone's going to do that to make it an even playing field. Yeah, Kimito, she is pissed. I will say that storyline was a little bit mishandled for me personally. I wish the brother would have been around a little bit longer. Why are you kissing her when she just lost her brother? And first off, when is Frenchie a cokehead all of a sudden? Yeah, I get why they released the first 3 episodes together. It felt like totally. 100% agree with you. Like I said, episode 1 and 2 were a continuation of season 1, where episode 3, like I said, just boom, kick things off. Yeah, Homelander is not a fan of Stormfront. Which I would love to get you guys' thoughts in the chat for everyone that saw the big thing on the internet this week. Who would win in a fight, Homelander or Superman? Being a DC fan, I mean, I'm a little biased. I'm going with Superman. And, obviously his kryptonite is his weakness. But for me, I think the Homelander's weakness is his wait, what? is his emotions. Is he? So hold on, just for you all that are watching it with me now, watching the replay. Homelander is visiting Madeline. I assume this is a dream. She got some milk. Are you thirsty? You got some milk for baby Homelander. This has to be fake because obviously he killed her. Or did they set this up? They set up Billy to make it think that was Madeline? Some Supe's taking her identity? Yo, so is Madeline back? Am I? is that is this really a thing? Is Madeline not dead? Thank you, Jay. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, I wonder when we're gonna get what was the superhero name that killed her grandkids? Lamp something. King Robinson says, "Just wait, you'll see." LOL. All right, King Robinson, you got me nervous, bro. Like I said, we just saw Madeline is alive. That changes everything with Vought and wow. Let's see. And this is something I've been speculating since when I reviewed last season, that I think that Billy's going to recruit older, maybe Supes that aren't as bad to go against the Seven and have like a Civil War situation. Mallory, can we trust Mallory, guys? Mallory? I think so. I hope so. Everyone's a little bit gray on the show, which is what I love about it. Ooh, Taxi Driver. That scene was up in every way. What scene you talking about? I need an explanation. Why is Madeline sitting on this couch? Is she real? Is she made up? Is that us? I just need to know what's going on. Is Madeline not dead? Okay, why is Madeline back? Starting the 7 over again, huh? I mean, get rid of the deep. I knew it. Okay. Makes a lot of sense now. Okay. That's that's funny. So I was thinking, I forgot about that particular character, doppelganger, but that's when I was saying, like, okay, did the doppelganger pretend to be Madeline, not knowing that he was going to kill her, or the vice versa? So okay. Madeline's not alive. As King Robinson says, just wait, you'll see. LOL. It makes a lot of sense now. Okay, Homelander needs to get his ego stroke. Yeah, we clearly see that. That's why the debate between who win between Superman and Homelander, it wouldn't even be close. I mean, Superman would tear Homelander's ass apart. But Homelander's my favorite character, if you guys don't know, on the show. He's like the Cersei of the show for me for Game of Thrones. Like, you need to hate Cersei, you need to hate Homelander, but it's just Antony Starr is just so great in a role. Him and Karl Urban as Butcher, they're my two favorites. Easily the most interesting characters on the show, and they're the saving grace of the show for me. The scene in Malin home. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, gotcha. Chris Burt. Yeah. This is that was hilarious, and definitely messed up. I will say, where episode season 1 felt more like a focus on the boys, the group, and season 2 so far seems to be more about the soup so far, which I'm enjoying. But I will say, I feel like the boys have taken a little bit of a seat, a back seat in the first 4 episodes. Like Mother's Milk, his family is kind of on the back burner. Huey, his dad, and obviously Robin, back burner. So I hope that they start to trust me. I'm loving that we get more behind the scenes with the suits, but I also want to see more, the story from the boys. Like I said, his Mother's Milk. He misses his family. How's his family doing? Frenchie, why is he now just all of a sudden a crackhead and doing drugs all the time? You would have thought that he lost his brother. All right, well, you do not want to be in an elevator with Homelander by yourself. What is he about to do? Dude, I love Antony Starr. He just makes me so on edge. I'm talking about the sewer. You didn't kill Huey. Oh, jeez. Oh, snap. Yeah, you did. Ah, goddamn. And I mentioned earlier some favorite characters. Starlight's up there with me too. She's like the only good person on the show, morally speaking. She is lying, but she's also a good actress. Black Noir. Let's see what kind of funny joke he's gonna give, because he's been the comic relief of the show. I can't wait till we get. I haven't read the comic book, but I kind of know some of the big moments in the comic book, especially with Black Noir's character, which I don't think this show is going to go down that route. But I can't wait to see this version's big reveal who Black Noir is. Yeah. So I don't want to neglect the chat here. He's gonna sit there and wait. Should they really be meeting in public like this? I mean, Homeland can find him, whatever, but this is just too open. Again, those in the chat, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Share the video to your friends and family that are big fans of the boys, and have us join this awesome live reaction watch along. But also make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss any new content. But it's a very interesting episode so far. So we're going on a trip to North Carolina, huh? Don't you hate in shows when people don't tell each other what's really going on? Just tell her. Tell them, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. This is so stupid, dude. They're compromised. Yes, it's a terrible idea. Oh my goodness. You have one of your own. You have a soup. You have oh my gosh. This is so stupid. Not to show them this idea is so stupid. Again, this is just another example of why I do not like Huey, the character. He just makes he compromises the boys so many times. Again, it's smart writing. You got to have someone mix it up a bit. I get it, but it's just like Huey, man, continuously just makes the dumbest decisions. Jay says, "Do you blame her?" Are we talking about Starlight? Oh, the cutting bait. Oh, the 7, bruh. VOT Plus, like Disney Plus, Apple TV Plus, VOT Plus. It's hilarious. I mean, seriously, A Train, you had a heart attack, bro. You are compromised, so I kind of get where they're coming from. VOT Plus. Who's that? An abortion sign? Yeah. Is it me too? And I don't know. I'm not. I love this show, but is Karl Urban? Was he like busy shooting another show or movie? But he's still absent from this season so far. He's always off doing something else. Well, last year he was obviously the highlights. Like I said, him and Homelander are my two favorite characters, and obviously they make the show for me personally. But I just feel like Homelander's still up front. They're using him incredibly well, but then they're putting Butcher back in the back, and it's not like they're replacing Butcher and giving us more Confederate flag, giving us more building the characters for Huey and Mother Milk and Frenchie. They seem that they're just still kind of even keeled, flatlined. So I hope we get more of Butcher, man. I feel like he's been missing this season. Just let me know if I'm wrong. What are these little scenes that we're getting? I'm excited. Okay, as soon as I say it, we get more. Here we go. We got Butcher here. Finally, this is my boy. And then they go away from him. But again, like I said, if you're gonna not give us Butcher, give us Mother Milk, give us Frenchie. Let us know what they're up to. I'm just wondering why Frenchie is kind of down in the dumps though. Like I said, you would have thought that he lost his brother the way he's acting. My guess is that A Train joins the boys, and that's something I mentioned in my review last for season one, that I can see some of the people from the Supes maybe joining. You know, a la Super Starlight, and A Train could be a potential, definitely. Billy Joel again third, so yeah. Yeah, man. Lamplighter, that was his name. I can't think of his name. So it gives a little bit of explanation of why he's kind of going on a bender. He still has the haunted by those what Lamplighter did to those to Mallory's grandkids. And probably reminded him a lot of what happened to those kids. Makes sense. Makes sense. I love the world building in the show too. Like in the background right now on the TV, we see that the Middle East is protesting against the Supes. Still letting you know that there's a a lingering presence back there. Starlight, I don't think he cares. Do we know Starlight's dad? Did he die? Or he just he just left him, right? Because yeah, we found out that he left because the mom wanted her to be on V. Yeah, baby, yep. But he's still out there. He's still out there. That'll be interesting to see if he comes back up. So again, like I mentioned, guys, a little backtracking. So if you're not going to give me Billy, give me a little bit of update what's going on with him. Give us time with Mother Milk. Give us time with Frenchie. So this is great. Again, I want Billy on the screen all times, but if we're gonna, replace him to a sin as far as screen time, let's develop some characters or catch back up to these characters that we haven't really gotten from season one. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, at first I thought it was a Supes that caught him. Okay. I know Billy's he's a pretty badass, but apparently he could. Okay, I'll just accept it for what it is. It's the Batman thing. It's like of course Billy found his way into this highly secure area because he's Batman. He's Billy the Butcher. Or Billy Butcheress, I should say. So this is the moment we've been waiting for since season one. Billy finally gets to see his wife, who he saw has been dead for all this time. Jeez. This is great. This is a moment we've been waiting for a very long time. It's gonna break his heart when he find out that it was maybe consensual what happened between her and Homelander. That would break his soul. Which, I mean, it could, obviously Homelander is a disgusting human being and probably took advantage of her, but wouldn't it be something if it was consensual? I think he's trying to bond with her. Talking about Huey and Starlight. Jeez, it's a little dark. Gotta remember, Billy, she's different, bro. She has a kid now. She's been locked up, held against her will. She's different, man. And her number one priority is not her life, it's Ryan. It's a different complex now. She's a different woman. Why did Billy see his eyes? Wouldn't he see his eyes glow? Wait, what's the plan? Did I miss it? She's gonna try to escape? That's stupid. I might have missed some dialogue. They're not planning on leaving, right? Because she clearly would compromise not only her life but Ryan's life. Eminem is such a fascinating character. He's this big brooding of a man, but has germ issues. Very lovey-dovey with his wife with those phone calls last year. This is such an interesting character. Venom Machine Crisis. What should I get? Yeah, Homodors are gross. I mean, I'm just thinking about, obviously, like Jay said, they're trying to bond, and do you blame her for going? But she told Vought that she's going to visit North Carolina to see a family member. Does she not think that Vaught's going to have someone following her? Because she's a member of the Seven, which is essentially, they're like the Beatles. So there will obviously be people following her to make sure that she's safe. Yeah, the story there with Star. Yeah. Got you, Jay. Got you, brother. Again, for all those at home, we are currently 34 minutes and 28 seconds into season 2, episode 4 of The Boys. Then we got Annie and Huey kind of chatting it up. I assume they're gonna probably hook up in any second now. But yeah, these are live reactions, guys. I started this yesterday with Raised by Wolves episode 4 and 5. I just felt like doing the standard reviews. Just want to try something a little bit different, a little bit more interactive, interact with you all. This has some replay value. So for those that are watching this on the replay, how you doing? Hope you had a great day. Make sure to comment below, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know what you all think about this particular episode. But again, for everyone that's in the chat now, thank you for joining me. And then those that are watching this on the replay, appreciate it. And also for those that are in the chat and watching this on the replay, let me know where you guys are at. If you're watching this on the replay and currently, yeah, I knew they were going to hook up. Currently watching this, how you enjoying this episode? The character development. Like I said, I knew Huey and Starlight were going to hook up again. My son loves Almond Joy. That's what's up, man. Hey, it's an acquired taste. I am not an Almond Joy fan, but that's what's up, Jay. I'm excited to see when they pan this camera around to see who these women are talking to. I would assume it's the collective church people, maybe. Sheridan tattoo. Nice. Yeah, I would assume that we're gonna see that these people, these little montages that we're getting, is gonna pan the camera over, and we're gonna see who's recording them. I think it's gonna be the collective church people potentially. Will you do live review? So that is a great question. It depends. It depends because so I had the first 5 screeners. I watched the episodes close to the release dates, and I pre-recorded them, edited them, and then had them ready as soon as the episode ended. But I don't have episodes. They didn't give out episodes 6 through 10. So when you guys see my review for Lovecraft Country on this Sunday at 9 p.m. Central Time, I pose a question to the chat, and definitely make sure to respond in the chat. Let me know if you guys. So I said for Lovecraft Country, everyone's just having sex. Everyone's catching up, I guess. I'm gonna either do reviews like I've been doing for Sundays right after the episode ends, or maybe Monday, or I'm gonna do something like this. I'm gonna do a live watch along reaction with you all. So you can watch the episode with me Sunday night at 8 p.m. And then we'll have like a little bit of dialogue after the episode ends, 15-20 minute conversation about what we just saw. Or what I'm thinking is the next day, which would be Monday, 6 p.m., 7 p.m., we'll just do a similar thing. Rewatch the episode together, have some dialogue throughout the episode, have a dialogue after the episode, and kind of do it that way. So I'm thinking about doing something like that for Lovecraft Country. So we'll see. Again, I'm going to make sure to answer that question when my review drops this Sunday for the 5th episode, which I cannot wait for you all to see the 5th episode of Lovecraft Country. It is probably my favorite episode, to say the least. And you guys will see why when you see it on Sunday. But make sure to let me know which format you guys would like when it comes to the future episodes for Lovecraft Country. It's a really fun episode. Yeah, it's a little bit slow right now, but like I said, I'll take character development if it means the show's going to not be as entertaining. So yeah, this is a very character driven episode so far, with some, interesting reveals. So far, I like this episode. Does really much the character development. Yeah, exactly. Many wholesome scenes between North Carolina trip characters. Not much of butcher so far. Yeah. Like I said, I'm okay with it not being like action packed and joke after joke after joke. If we get character development, this is what I've been kind of wanting. Is what's going on with Mother Milk? How's he doing? What's going on with Frenchie? And then obviously we get this this is a huge moment right now with Billy and his ex-wife, or his wife, finally seeing each other for the first time since he thought that she was dead. This is huge. He's handling it pretty well, to be honest with you. But we all know Billy's not super, but he's handling this really well. No, you're a stepdaddy. Good. I wanted to I'm gonna say, yeah, she doesn't know what he's been up to since. Yeah. That is an interesting dynamic with Billy, just thinking about his mindset. Like, he's been so vengeful on this path of blood and killing these Supes because of Becca dying. But now that he knows that she's alive, obviously he still has motivation to get her out of there. But the motivation is different. I wonder if if this going to show that in the character, that he's a different person now that he knows Becca's still alive. Poor Ryan has been. Yeah, luckily, I mean, from what we see from Becca, he has a good mom and a woman figure in his life that influences him. But yeah, he has some pretty bad role models. We're not, Billy. He just said he's not a good role model. So yeah, there's that, and obviously Homelander is not someone you want to be babysitting your kids. That's for sure. I avoid the comic books for this one, as well as American Gods. The fans love the book, but hate the series. American Gods. Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that show. I didn't get a chance to check with that show. Is it me, or would you? I would love to see Homelander just like in regular clothes. This is an interesting conversation. It happens to be very topical with the Oscars in diversity. He what? What is Black Noir? Their cover. Who's the seven is gay? Yeah. Oh. Oh snap. Oh. This is Homelander. This is why he's such a character you love to hate. Literally, for me, again, no offense to the other great actors, really interesting characters, but Homelander and Butcher to me are just carrying the show on their shoulders. Homelander is such a vengeful, selfish character, and I love it. I love it. And Antony Starr, man, he just thrives in this role. Oh boy. Hmm. Gosh, Elena, R.I.P. He might not have to kill her, but he can have someone have her killed. Where's Stormfront? We haven't got okay. Same. We haven't got anything from Stormfront after that big reveal last week. Yeah. That's oh snap. Oh snap. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Right now. Stormfront is talking, and Kimo, is that her name? I'm pronouncing that wrong. She is probably gonna do something. Can't wait for the day he is exposed. If that ever happens, right? It'd probably be like a season finale type of situation, series finale. Don't do it. Don't do it. Thank you. Is that Frenchie? Thank you. I'm not watching if the new season come out. How they fire Mr. Nancy and telling the truth. Yeah. Some of the best parts of the show where oh, you guys talking about American God? Yeah, I know some of a little bit of the controversy with that show. I never got to watch it, but yeah. Isn't that oh, what's that actress name? It looks like Liberty. Oh my goodness, she's on used to watch. She was on. Oh my goodness, I'm blanking on her name. I have to look her up. I hope SGD gives Frenchie a chance. That probably is Liberty. That was easy. Interesting. This is some good stuff with MM. Something happened to his dad. Her name is Don Lewis. Yes. A different world. Yes, that's what I'm like, dude. Where do I know her from? Wow, it's been a minute since I've seen her. Hmm. Wow. That's great, man. We never understood the motivations behind MM. Here it is. This is great. Hmm. That's interesting. I think this whole Liberty situation is going to lead into Soldier Boy and probably season 3 of these older superheroes that knew how terrible Bot is. Oh, jeez. God damn. Oh, oh. God damn. God damn. His face was just. God damn. Wow. Is Liberty still out there? $19.79. She's probably still alive. Huey. Damn. Did not expect that. Man. It's messed up, man. It's messed up. Oh. Oh man. Oh man. Um Holy hell. I mean, I always assumed that they were soups that just like superheroes in DC and Marvel, they don't age the same. God damn, bro. Did he make the story up? Uh that's where the OCD comes from. Wow, that this Stormfront character, man. Again, another character you gotta hate, but the layers of that character and this reveal, these memes are hilarious, by the way. I'm still processing the Stormfront reveal, man. Goodness gracious. This is again, no offense to those that love episode 1 and 2 of this season, but episodes 3 and 4 to me should have been 1 and 2 because these are like great episodes. Holy hell. Stormfront and Homelander. Here we go. Here we go. And again, I don't want to. If you all know what home front means, this character makes so much sense how she's influencing the internet, how she has a cult-like following for what Stormfront is online and their presence online. This is a very interesting character to say the least. Dude, this episode is just thinking about it. This is a great episode. It's a fantastic episode. what Stormfront has said is essentially what internet trolls are. Literally, the Stormfront character. Again, not if you all know what Stormfront is and their following, anger. Like I was literally about to say anger sells, and that's what you do. People gravitate towards negativity and they just do the work of the devil online. And it's such a fascinating character. She's just manipulating Homefront, right? Or Homelander. Well, there's a little ship 'em Homefront. That's the new name, guys. Hashtag Homefront. I wonder what she's been doing for the last 30-something years or 40-something years. Yo, she's killing this role, bro. Again, another character you love to hate. Do we hate her? But is she a interesting, complex character? What happened? Yeah, you're damn right you're not leaving. Yeah. What did you expect? I'm sorry. I'm just a lot of reveal. I don't mean to neglect the chat, guys. We got let's see, where was I last at? Yeah, I think Frenchie replies on helping more than he thinks. Yeah. Liberty is big reveal. So terrible. He's still alive. Yeah. It's kind of plays into yeah. I'm sorry if I neglected, but yes, I totally agree with you, Jay, with that comment. This episode is crazy. Yeah, what's going on, Leo? By the way, man, what's going on, brother? Leo, I would love to maybe get you on one of these live watch alongs for this episode, bro. Ground some, yeah, for sure. Right, moments from MMs, yes, 100%, Leo. Storm for a drop, yeah, crazy. The tension, good, yeah, so good. Yes, sir. She's a storm in many ways. Couldn't have said it better myself, Leo. It was a good back and forth between them, and the faces Homelander makes are priceless. 100%. Okay, so that answers my question earlier about Becca. About was it maybe if it was consensual, but no, she just. I mean, I knew that was the case, but I was like, oh, that would be interesting if the show did that. This is a great episode. This is probably top tier episodes from this show for me. Honestly, I can't believe I like Stormfront. Which what's going on, Rashad? By the way, what's going on, man? Yeah, you and me both, man. And don't get me wrong, she is a despicable character. But the way I look at like Homelander and now Stormfront is very similar to how I look at a for Game of Thrones fans, a Joffrey, hell, Walking Dead fans, Negan, the Governor. It's like you hate those characters, but you can't deny your hero's just as good as your villain. So I love when a villain is complex. They're evil as all hell. They're diabolical, as Butcher would say. But it makes things so much more interesting for our heroes to go against these terrible people. And we know that they're evil, but how they're portrayed in the media, especially with a show like this, when media is such a huge pool. This is, again, love to hate these characters. And Homefront, I keep saying Homefront, Homelander, Stormfront are fantastic characters because they are complex, gray characters. Not even gray, they're just terrible characters, terrible people. So I love it. I love this introduction to this evil character. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I love, yeah. Aria Cash is killing it, dude. Like I've seen some of her work in the past, but nothing's really stood out to me. But this to me is like, whew, she's great. Thank you, Starlight, Annie. This is smart. I know Huey's gonna be sad and blah, 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 but this is the smartest decision. They don't need to be so close because they're just compromising everybody. She kisses in public. Oh my gosh. It's like the stupidest things. I hope that is goodbye because literally they're compromising everyone's lives. And if I'm being honest, guys, I'm not a big Huey fan, so I'm just like, whatever. All right, so this episode's about to wrap up soon. So who have they been talking to? The deep, of course. But I think it has something maybe to do with the church, the collective church. Yeah, the collective church is back there. Hmm. I thought he was already back with the seven. Man, this has been a great episode. This has been great, to say the least. This has been my favorite episode so far this season. And if I'm being frank, this is probably one of my top tier episodes of the entire series so far. This has been great. This feels like a straight up 2 hour film. And not by like this is slow, meandering, mediocre. Like this just feels like so many highs and so many, crazy, awesome reveals. This is a great episode. And definitely, like I said, for me, episode 3 and 4, such great back to back episodes. Is he gonna make the doppelganger or um, the soup um, Stormfront maybe? You guys remember when I said I would love to see Homelander maybe outside his costume? I didn't mean this way. That's funny. That's hilarious. This is hilarious right now, dude. Dude, the stuff this show writes is so funny and clever. Oh my goodness. Of course Homelander will want to give him pleasure himself, right? Or thinks of himself pleasuring himself. Oh boy. I'll rip his head off. Yeah, he's gonna rip his goddamn head off. Or just breaks his neck. Jeez. Well, did not expect that. Is that it? Oh, jeez. I thought it was gonna be a little. That was great. That was a great ending. Kind of just goes again, character moment. He doesn't really need anyone. As we've been saying, his ego is stroked by other people loving him and having other people accept him and being the number one superhero. But I think this isn't a good thing for the Seven and the boys. That now that he's just kind of realizing that he doesn't need anyone else to toot his horn. Wow. So that was a great episode. Like I said, episode 4 of season 2 of The Boys. Nothing like it in the world. Definitely interesting title to say the least, and a great way to make the audience want more. Like I said, episode 1 and 2 of this season. Again, I talked about it several times throughout the stream. To me, just felt more of a continuation of season 1 and kind of closing off certain storylines and things of that nature. And it just emotionally connective wise from going from one season to the next season, it just didn't pull that emotion away from me personally. But episode 3 was fantastic. And that to me was like the launching pad. Let me go ahead and move this out of the way. That was a launching pad for this season. And then the continuation of this episode. Again, I mentioned it and you all have mentioned it too. Mother Milk, getting his backstory was fantastic. Why is he with the boys? How did he get in? What's his motivation? Well, his father was a lawyer. He wanted to prove that Vought was a terrible, horrific company. In doing so, he gave his heart, blood, and tears. So much so that it killed him, right? He maybe stressed himself out, maybe got himself a heart attack. That it was great character development. Why is Frenchie all of a sudden a crackhead? Why is he snorting coke every chance he gets? Why is he on this bender? Well, because what happened to Kiyomo's brother last week triggered him for what happened to a lamplighter killing Mallory's grandkids. So it was a triggering point. And now that's why he's on a bender, and now that's why he's so emotionally connected to her, because she lost her brother. Huey, look, I'll say it once, I'll say it again. The actor is okay, but the Huey character to me is the weakest character of the show, just because I feel like I don't know. I just, the Robin stuff worked for me in the first season, but then as the season went on, he kind of moved on from Robin with Starlight. His whole relationship with his father. I just feel like the show Huey hasn't worked for me. He just hasn't worked for me on an emotional level. If I'm being frank, on an acting level, the actor, like I said, he's fine, but he doesn't meet the same gravitas as the other actors in the show, especially the boys and especially the Supe. So the Huey character is still kind of the weakest character for me personally. I know you guys love Huey and I respect that, but Huey just doesn't work for me. We got more information, the Starlight. I'm hope that they do finally kind of not separate, but I hope that they realize that, yes, them being together and them hooking up and them meeting in secret parks, it will compromise everyone, in particularly their lives, but also other people involved. So I'm glad that Annie was smart enough to break things up, and hopefully this will allow Huey to kind of grow more as a character, because he's always chasing some type of an emotional connection, whether it be the redemption of Robin, whether it be protecting his dad. I want to see who is Huey. I want to know Huey more as a character. And then obviously the stuff with Homelander was fantastic. That Stormfront, aka Liberty reveal, was huge. Like, that is, again, this was just such a great episode. This is my portion of the review of this episode, the breakdown. I thought it was fantastic. I am so excited to see what comes next in regards to theories. Where has Liberty Stormfront been these last 4 years? Has she been on the run? Has she been in hiding? How does she, where has she been this whole time, right? This dynamic relationship and this interesting relationship between Stormfront and Homelander, where do things go from there? Like I said, obviously with Butcher, him and Becca, she's deciding that this isn't smart for me to risk my life, let alone my kid's life, Ryan, to escape, because they're going to get caught. So I think that was a smart decision on her part. But obviously, that's going to really affect Butcher and give him more motives to take out Vought, for he can get Becca and Ryan out of the situation. So this is great. This is a great episode. Let me know in the chat what your overall thoughts, your pros, your cons, your theories for next week. Again, for everyone that's in the chat, I'm going to go ahead and read your comments. Thank you all that stayed with me this whole hour and 16 minutes. For those that are watching the replay, thank you for checking it out. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Leave your comments, your theories, your thoughts, your predictions in the comment section. And as always, if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that notification bell. All right, so where was I? Where was I at? These guys do not know the meaning of incognito. Yeah, if you're referring to Huey and Starlight, yeah, they're just like out and about, kissing each other. I haven't watched this episode yet. I'm cheating. Oh, well, definitely check it out. Watch this replay so you can kind of, when I'm like, oh my, you can see the reactions and, obviously comment when you get to those moments. But I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate the support. She could at least put on a wig or something, right? Something, like, do something. Hey, come on, you guys, is all out in the open. Huey has been getting on my nerves this season. I don't even fully know why, but I enjoyed the character a lot more last season. Hey, Rashad, I have been on the Huey not working for me since last season, if I'm being honest. Yeah, the Robin stuff for the first couple episodes was emotional, and you felt for him, and knew his motives. But then when he met Starlight, forget Robin. It was like Starlight was his main attraction at that point. And then the whole relationship with him and his dad kind of just coming and going. I think it's a combination of both the actor in the role, but also the character of Huey just hasn't worked for me since the beginning, if I'm being honest. Besides, like I said, the first couple episodes of season 1 with Robin, I felt that emotion. But as the season kind of went by, it's just like he's like on the fence, off the fence about doing things, not doing things. Huey just hasn't. He's my least favorite character of the show, if I'm being honest. But yeah, he's been mad annoying for me since season 1. It feels like they don't know what to, that is what I said in my review for season 1. And I said it in my season 2 review for episodes 1, 2, and 3. That's exactly. I don't know what the show, what they want to do with Huey. Does he, like, what's motivating Huey? What is his motivation? Why is he with the boys, right? His dad is safe. Robin's gone. It looks like Starlight's gone. Like, what makes him continue to want to be a part of the boys and to take out Vought? Obviously, the Robin stuff, like, he doesn't even bring up Robin at all anymore. I know that's probably still his motivation, but it's just like, I don't know what the show wants us to feel about Huey, other than being like, he's the, nerdy-ish character who is like timid and doesn't want to put his foot in the fire. But it's just like, I don't know, it's just kind of getting boring with Huey for me. And they don't know what to do with him. I totally agree with you. I think nice. Is he trying to convince himself that he does not need yeah, that's what I think it was, Jay. So I think Homelander is now at the point where he's just like, I don't need the likes, I don't need the retweets, I don't need the fans to think I am this person that they think I am. I just need me, which I think is bad for everyone else. Because if Homelander if he's been somewhat restrained and holding himself back to put on this front for the media and for everyone to 7, and now if he's removing that mask and just going ham, things aren't looking good. But it's going to be good for the audience because that creates, a lot of intrigue and a lot of, great storylines. So, yeah, I think Homelander is finally kind of letting his hair down and just going to go ham, which is going to be very interesting to see moving forward. Him and Stormfront. Obviously, he probably won't give two craps about Billy anymore if he sees him anymore. I don't think he's going to hesitate to think about what Becca said. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up killing Becca and just taking Ryan for himself. Because honestly, I don't know, I think that could be something that prediction wise further in this season, him killing Becca and just even putting more fuel to the fire for Billy to take out Vought, but more importantly, how to kill Homelander, which again, I haven't read the graphic novels, but I am to assume that at some point in time, at whether it's next season, whether it's the season finale, someone in the boys is going to take the V serum and go toe-to-toe with Homelander just to make the even playing field. I think someone is going to take V, whether it's Huey, whether it's Frenchie, whether it's Billy the Butcher. I think someone's going to take the V so they can go head up with the Supes. And also, like we talked about earlier, I think inevitably we're going to see some crossover from the boys in regards to maybe A-Train, Starlight, other characters, Soldier Boy next season. There's going to be some Supes that's going to beef up the boys so it can be, like I said, an even playing field. So when they do go head up, they have that power, that strength to back them up. So yeah, wrapping this up, guys. Again, I thought this was a fantastic episode. If you're watching this right now live, I appreciate everyone that stayed through. Jay, Rashad coming through. We got Leo that came through. We had a lot of great comments from you all, and I appreciate you guys staying with me throughout this stream. I may bring this back with some other shows next week and maybe get some guests on and have some dialogue with them and have a fun time. But again, I appreciate you guys watching this that's on the live stream. Give this video a thumbs up, of course. And I also, those that are watching the replay of this, give this video a thumbs up, but comment below your thoughts, your theories, your pros and cons of this episode, and let me know, everyone that's here now and everyone that's watching the replay, do you want me to continue to do these type of live reaction breakdown reviews? Like I said, I just thought it would be something a little bit different than my standard, watch the episode, pre-record it, edit it, upload it, and then put it out. I just thought it'd be a little bit more fun, a little bit more engaging to get you guys' reactions while I'm watching the episode. But if you guys wanted me to go back to the old format of just the standard traditional reviews, that's fine as well. But like I said, just mixing it up, trying something to do, right? That's the whole beauty of YouTube, is you want to kind of reinvent yourself, kind of have some new content out there. So if you guys like this type of format, let me know in the comments, or if you would prefer just my traditional type of, reviews, which I'm perfectly fine with, love doing those. Just let me know. But as always, appreciate the continued support. Like I said, for the millionth time, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. What's to come this coming days? Well, I have a bunch of early screeners I watched this week, from Antebellum, The Nest, Cajillionaire. I watched episode 5 of Lovecraft Country, so that review will be coming soon. And there's a lot of other shows I have on HBO that I have early screeners for. The new Luca Guadagnino show. There's the new Jude Law show. There's a show on Amazon, Utopia, that I have the first 7 episodes, and I'm going to be watching that here pretty soon. So again, make sure you hit that bell so you can keep up to date with all those videos coming to this channel pretty soon. So again, hope you all have a great day. Again, today's 9/11. Again, thoughts and prayers go out to all those people that lost loved ones during 9/11. And again, those heroes that risked their lives and everything they did to protect the people. Thoughts and prayers. Again, it's a day that we'll never forget, but it's as a country, something that we can all like I said, give thoughts and prayers to those people for 9/11. So again, guys, have a great day. Have a great weekend. We got a couple more things in the chat. He's going to himself. Jay says, what do you think Black Noir's motive? He might end up helping. So Jay, I know who, or at least in the comics, I don't think they'll do what they did in the comics. Again, I haven't fully read the comics, but I kind of know some of the major plot points in the comics, and I kind of know their main reveal of who Black Noir is and why he hides his identity. But I don't know if the show is going to do that. But there is in the comics motives of why he does the things he does because of who he is. But in the show, I don't know if they'll go that route. And it'll be really interesting to see if they reveal this interpretation of Black Noir, who's behind that mask. But yeah, I don't want to say anymore because I don't know if that is something that the show's going to do, or if it's something they're going to do something different. If it were something different, I couldn't even think of why Black Noir is who he is, and why he does the things he does. But maybe we'll find out sooner rather than later, man. Have a great day. Can't wait to watch this episode. Yeah, and like I said, when you do comment your thoughts, let me know what you thought about the episode. But I really appreciate you stopping by. Rashad, love this format. Keep killing. Hey, man, you keep killing it too, dude. I love your reactions. Love your channel, your content. Obviously, we know each other for almost, I don't know, what, a year and a half, maybe even longer on Instagram, man. But yeah, you keep up the grind, my brother. Keep safe out there, out where you are. And hope you're doing well, man. And one of these days, man, we got to do some collabs, Rashad. We got to do something, man. I know we're on different time zones, but we got to figure something out, man. But again, appreciate you stopping by. Again, have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Keep an eye out for the Lovecraft Country on Sunday. I cannot wait to you guys to see Ruby. That's all I'll say. Ruby. You guys have a great day. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon.